What's going on, my PT peeps, my Walking Dead family, my fighters? I'm One Eye Bright, also known as PT. Don't know if I'm winking or blinking, but I'm definitely thinking about the Walking Dead World Beyond series finale and what's the point of the post-credit scene. We're going to break it down, discuss it. So obviously, spoiler warning for all things Walking Dead, every show, and every aspect of the Walking Dead universe. Well, hopefully you saw the Walking Dead World Beyond post-credit scene, and it's something that's very interesting, but it doesn't connect with the show at all. It connects to the Walking Dead, and it's a nice callback, but what does it mean? Hit that subscribe button, like, share, subscribe, support the PT channel. Before we get to it, guys, we break down videos all the time. So if you love the Walking Dead universe and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe today and help support the PT channel any way that you can. Now, as for the post-credit scene, we see this woman, or we see a person that we find out later on is a woman, comes to a lab, takes out a laptop, grabs some hard drives, external hard drives, copies them from the hard drive to her laptop, and she looks at something on her screen. As she's looking at her screen, we see that it looks like a woman that kind of looks like Elizabeth Kublik, but it's just hard to tell. Is it her sister? That'd be pretty cool. But it's Dr. Jenner that she's watching talk on the screen. He's speaking in English, she's French, she understands things, but ultimately Dr. Jenner is the major connection here. They talk about Toledo, Ohio, different conferences, but the big callback is Dr. Jenner to season 1 of the Walking Dead universe. He talked about France, he talked about everyone's infected. We find out later on that's what he told Rick, and it's kind of cool, but it doesn't connect at all with the Walking Dead World Beyond either season. It connects with the Walking Dead, and it's cool. We knew that there was going to be a post-credit scene and an epilogue at the end, but they're talking about variant cohorts. And it's cool, but are we really going to have variants of the walkers? Like they're strong, they're fast, they can think. And this transmission was when? Years ago. And it was the last communication. So when was this? And also, we haven't seen anything like this in the United States because Dr. Jenner is at the CDC in Atlanta. So it's kind of cool that they reference it, but are we really going that way down the road? Do we really want to see that? Is that going to be part of the Rick Grimes movies or another spin-off or Tales of the Walking Dead or whatever they're doing next in the future? But he says, I hope the day will come when we are going to beat this thing. And is that the end of the Walking Dead universe? They beat it with a cure. But he also says, at least that's what the other Dr. Jenner keeps telling me. He's talking about his wife, not another Dr. Jenner like himself. She is a Dr. Jenner. Remember when they talked about France research? They talked about it briefly, and it's a cool little post-credit scene, but how does it connect with the world beyond? To me, it doesn't. But I guess if you think about it, it does. The world beyond the United States, France. But when the scientist lady is killed, she gets up and runs to the door. So she's really fast, and then she bangs on the metal door. So the variant cohorts are there in France. But could the Civic Republic and or the CRM go to France or other parts of the world beyond the United States and bring the variant to the United States? But again, it's La Biomedicine DDMI, so I guess that's the CDC in France. Also, when this gunman, before he shoots the female scientist, talks about what you did, what happened here, basically hinting at that the virus, spores, fungus, whatever that started the zombie apocalypse originated here in France. So did they bioengineer it, make it, mutate it, or is it by circumstance? Like it came from space and it landed in France first. Like it started here. Is France ground zero? I guess we'll never know. It's left ambiguous and not explained. And it's a cool little Easter egg, but where is it going forward? It's got me totally like Daleface. What? It's cool and all, but that's the way you end the world beyond? And I have to say that the post-credit scenes, we had a couple of them in the series of The Walking Dead World Beyond, is better than some of the episodes. I mean, they're shorter, they're to the point, they're relevant to some of the story, and it's a nice callback for Rick. But we want this Rick. We want to know what's up with this guy. A lot of people thought that the world beyond was going to connect with Rick Grimes. And yes, Jadis is the major connection. And it's cool that Jadis is connected with the Walking Dead, Rick, and also the world beyond. She even talks about it. With the A and B angle, we know that A's are test subjects. What about the B's? We know that Jadis is a B. She killed Huck. Well, Huck was going to kill herself. She was going to detonate the gas. And maybe she would survive, but I don't think so. So Huck went out like a champ, went down fighting in a heroic fashion. Now, as for Silas, it's kind of cool that he's in the CRM as a soldier, he should be in the Rick movies, and he could help Rick and Elizabeth Kubelik. That's Silas right there. The shield is down, but that's Silas with the cadets of the CRM. Now we know that Elizabeth Kubelik was taken away as a prisoner in the wellness center or wherever she ends up. Will Rick be there too? We know that Elton lost his left forearm. It's gone. Iris, Asha are in Portland. Is it Portland, Maine? Portland, Oregon? How much time has gone by? It's a cool way to end a season, but not the series. Like, what's next for all this? What are they trying to do here? And it's really cool that Dr. Jenner came back around again, and it's all good if this stuff connects with the Rick movies. And are these variant walkers going to be drinking coffee like they did in season 1? Or is the whole thing going to be that the World Beyond scientists know how to take them out with yeast and how to break them down quicker? Are they going to hold the bricks and the rocks again like in season 1? Or climb over the fences and run and jump and sprint and dance and drink coffee and all the crazy things that we saw early on? What's the point of this, though, is my question. Why did we see this here at the end of the series in a post-credit scene if it's not going to connect with the Rick movies, which it could, which it should, which I hope it does. If it does, then I'm all for it. I know some people out there don't think the Rick movies are happening. I personally am holding out hope that they will. I would love to see some of the World Beyond cast members, plus The Walking Dead, and maybe even Fear the Walking Dead. I hope it all comes together in the Rick movies if they happen. Let me know your thoughts. Post your comments below. Stay safe. As always, tell them Daryl.